Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we're here at IMOLA, and I had Paul ask for a setup for the AMG EVO here, so I've been working on it. I didn't have an updated setup for it since the 1.9, and really really happy with it. I mean, the pace really picked up from what from what I had at the 1.8. I actually a lot quicker here with the AMG than I was then. So let's go ahead and jump behind the car. So of course I come up here right here with this right past the side, right before the 100. So it's past that sidewalk, in between the sidewalk and the curbing right here. And again, I try to put my right tires on the curbing or right on the edge of the track and do a late apex. Basically, you can run over these all you want. It's one of the strong points at AMG. It takes bumps very well. So you can pretty much run over these, and yeah, it bumps it a little bit, but it really doesn't upset it too bad. Hit those. You can even hit those a little bit if you want to too. No big deal, but I didn't. Come up here and basically right at the 50, right before it, I'm on the brakes, down shift to third. And again, you're aiming for this curbing on the inside, and you want to stay all the way to the left. I know it doesn't see that with where the track is for the the tires and everything, but that's where you want to go so you can get a really good angle back to the right. And of course, then you can hit this curb also. Run out to that curbing. And then of course it's right past the 50 is where you brake. Hold it inside, go down to first. Get on the gas and help rotate the car if you need to. You come up here and you see these two brown spots. That's what you're looking for. Okay, I'm looking for this first brown spot in the grass right here. And you're wanting to aim for these curbings on the inside. And remember, this is a really easy place to go out of bounds. So, if you mess up, you're going to have to let off or do something, or you go way out and then you'll get an out of bounds. So if you hit this right, you can really get on the gas early and get a good run through here, and not have a problem. So again, you're gonna be on the brakes there, downshift to second, and you're gonna stay right close to those curbs right there. Probably don't want to hit them. You don't want to hit them, but you just want to be right next to them. I mean, the sausages, not sausages, but the little bumps right there. Of course, that runs you out right there, and that's still legal. That was a legal lap. That was right on the edge, though. And then, of course, right here, again, I put my tire. I'm using every inch of this track. So, again, you can see where my tires are. I mean, they're literally, I'm on the edge right there, and I use every bit I can. And again, I just recommend practice to do that, and then go over the replays to see if you are or you're not. Because if you're like way over here on the edge of the track here, then you're giving up almost a half a car length, and it all makes a difference when you add it all up from one corner to another. So again, you need to go over your video, dissect it, and see if you're using all the track or you giving some away, and that could be costing you some of your time. Then I come in here. I try to aim for these right here. Maybe it helps slow you down a little bit. And then I'm straight when I end the brake. So this is probably the most complicated part of the track, because a lot of people blow this. So again, when you run over those curves, make sure you're straight, then get on the brakes. Okay, and you're going to be aiming right over here as far out so you can get a good angle on this inside here. I go down to second gear. And then you're aiming for this inside here also. You want to really, The best is if you can get up on this curb just a little bit. You don't want to run over those real hard. If you just touch them, it's okay. But you want to basically just get on this curbing, and that gives you the best line going up the hill here. See, just like that. That's the best line you can do right there. And it just straightens you out. And if you hit those sausages on the left, you'll be out of bounds. And here, again, you're going to come up to the 50, right at it, just before, but in the car, you're right at it. Downshift to first. You just run over this thing really good. Again, barely touch those. That was right on the edge. I try to run right next to them if I can. And we're going to go back over that also. I want to show on the outside. Again, this is a tricky part here. Right past the 100. So you're in the car, but it feels like you're about halfway, but you're past the 100, but way before the 50. That's way too deep. Again, you can see where I am. I'm right on the edge. I mean, literally on the curbing, on the literally edge of the track. And again, I'm going to come in, get on that curbing, go out to this curbing. And again, you can run over those a little bit if you need to. Try to just barely hit them. Let's go back and just, I want to watch it from the outside. So let's look at the outside view so you can see what the car looks like going over that. Because yeah, this thing takes the curb really, really good. Again, using all the track. I mean, it just goes right over it. It's like it's nothing. So really good. I think I got the suspension really, really dialed in, really close. You can see the car moving a little bit, and that's what I like. I like to see it moving a little bit. Not too much. You got it just a little bit. Especially here is good because it needs to move to get over a lot of these sausages and curbings and things like that. So it needs to move a little bit. So it's good to see it's doing that. Speed's good. It's like 166 miles an hour. Nothing wrong with that. That was a 141.65. And of course that's race fuel load. So again, I think I'm really happy with that. For me, that's a good time. A lot better than what I had here with the 1.8 by far. I probably gained a second or maybe 3/4 of a second from what I ran before. So pretty good amount of time. So really happy with that. Let's go over the setup. Got 26 left front, 25.4 left rear, 25.6 right front, and 25.1 right rear. The toe's a negative 0.15 with the camber at negative 3.6 and the caster at 11.4. The toe on the rear is a positive 0.05 with the camber at negative 3.2. So again, here, it's pretty good. I mean, you could maybe try a teeny bit more caster, but I'll go up to like 12 if you want to try that. But really, everything else is really dialed in really good. Again, my temperatures are always between 22 and 24, track and air. And so basically, that's how I judge it. And so the tire pressures and brake ducts are done accordingly. Electronics are 3, 2, and 1. Fuel, 55 liters. Number 1 brake pad. Tire wear is very good. Mechanical, got 4 on the anti-roll bar, 56 on the brake bias, steering all the way down. Springs are 155,000 with a bump stop rate of 900 and a bump stop range of 18. And on the rear, the springs are 119,000 with a bump stop rate of 600 and a bump stop range of 52. Anti-roll bar is 5 on the rear, and the preload is 120. Here now, just here at the brake bias, it's still down to, I go down to 55. So I start off at 56. but I go down to 55 within a couple laps once I know everything, tires are up to pressures and everything else. I just didn't want to over rotate the rear because this, brake bias will rotate the car a little bit if you're trail braking. So again, just keep that in mind. You can move this however you want it. If you want to back it off at 57 or put it down to 55, I mean, whatever. But that just helped the car rotate a little bit. Steering, again, you can move this to where you like. It does not have to be where it's at. You can go up to 12, 13 to slow the car down, slow the reaction of the car. I like my steering very, very fast, so my inputs are lightning quick, and I don't have to turn the wheel a lot on the tight corners. So again, that's just my preference, but you might be different. So again, that's totally up to you. Everything else here is really set up really good. I think it's really close. Shocks 2149 on the front and 1138 on the rear, all dialed in with Motec. And again, I really, to be honest, I do Motec, but Motec is what gets me close, and then I fine tune it from there. And so I still use Motec, but Motec is just for me to get it like a base and get it really close. And I do this on all my setups. And then I might do a few little fine tunes from there on, if the car picks up or if it feels better, stability. So again, it's just fine tuning. Again, no huge adjustments, but just fine tuning. Aero got 51 in the front, 74 in the rear with a 7 splitter on the front, a 10 wing, and a 4 and a 3 in the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a negative 2.5. Here, again, I think it's really good. If the car rotates a little too much, I would probably take the splitter out. I'd probably cut it down to 6. I try to leave the ride height where it's at because it really helps the car change directions in some of the corners, and with AMG, that really helps. So if the car rotates a little too much, I would just either knock the splitter back, or you can raise the front one more. So I would try either one, and pretty much try to leave that alone. So again, I think it's really solid setup. It's stays right around the time. I mean, it was running a lot of high 41s or 42 flats, and then so I mean, we're all around within 2 or 3 tenths. So I'm really happy with that. And again, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you give me a like and subscribe. And the link to this setup will be in the description, and it'll also be in the link to it in my Discord, which I have a Discord link in the description also. And again, I thank everybody for their support. Any comments or feedback are great. I love talking to all my sim racing friends. And again, I appreciate and thank you for the special support from Mark and Joseph. And again, I hope you all enjoy it and come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.